AGamer here, and Season 3 is well underway for Guild Wars 2, and it's time for me to do another showcase of my warrior build that I personally use for the ranked matches. And if you actually wish to see what this build can do, stick to the end of the video, and I'll show you a little montage. Touch mine. As always, let's start out with my utilities. I'm using the Healing Signet, and I've said this once and I'll say it again. Healing Signet is OP. There's nothing else you should be using other than the Healing Signet for the warrior. I mean, look at it. 400 health per tick. If you're under heavy Condi pressure, just pop it off. You gain resistance, run away. It doesn't matter. Just Healing Signet, man. OP. Just OP. Signet of Might. I love that little extra power, but the reason why I use it is because if I'm fighting another class that has some sort of blocking ability, for instance the Guardian, if they're low on health, they were bound to pop some sort of shield. I pop off my Signet of Might, my attacks become unblockable, I kill shot them, I arcing slice them, boom, 10k crit, they are down, and I don't even know what hit them. Doliac Signet. I love the little extra toughness, but if you're in a group fight and you're the only person on your team that actually can pop some sort of stability on and get that one stomp to turn the entire fight around, you're going to be a hero, my friend, and trust me, there have been moments where I'm the only one with some sort of ability to get stability. I pop it off, I get the stomp, the entire fight just turns around in our favor. So yeah, Doliac Signet, need it. For those of you who have actually been following my builds, and you know that I'm a 5 Signet warrior. In fact, this slot used to be accompanied by the Signet of Fury, but I've changed it to Berserker stance. The only weakness to this build is basically Condi pressure, Condi damage in general. I out-heal everything else. So this is my answer to Condi pressure. I pop this off, I gain resistance in intervals, so that means once it runs out in 3 seconds, I'll gain another stack of it for another 3 seconds, and once that stack is off, I get another one for basically in total of 9 seconds. I also gain adrenaline, so basically I'm going to be arcing slicing, I'm going to be kill shotting very frequently once I pop Berserker stance. This is very effective against Condi builds. I've tested it out, it's great. Signet of Rage, I like that little extra adrenaline gain once in a while, but basically the only reason why I use this is because everything else in this slot, the banner and the rampage, basically just has a too high of a cooldown for it to be of any use to me. And look at it, 180 seconds, what is that, like 3 minutes? 240 seconds, that's like 4 minutes basically. So basically, Signet of Rage has the lowest cooldown. It gives me what I want, adrenaline and actually a little bit more of power basically if I wanted in a fight. I pop this off, I gain Fury, I gain Might, and I actually gain a little bit more mobility with the Swiftness. So it actually is a little bit more useful than the rest. So those are my utilities. Let's take a look at my equipment. Alright, so my equipment, as everybody knows by now, I am a Rifle Greatsword Warrior user. Let's look at my sigils. Sigil of Force, I like the little extra damage. Sigil of Purity, I'm basically just being on the safe side here by removing another condition, since my only weakness so far, as I've noticed, is heavy Condi pressure, so this is just basically me being a little bit on the safe side. And Sigil of Leeching, I just want that little extra heal once I switch to my Greatsword, which is very often, so basically I just want that little extra healing. It adds up after a while. Also, my dodge does damage, so once I switch to my Greatsword, just a nice little dodge to do that little extra damage helps me a lot. So I like the Sigil of Energy, even though right now it's at 25% instead of 50% as it used to be. Now, I already got a bunch of healing and actually a bunch of toughness, so I don't really need anything more other than just power. So my Rune of the Strength, in my opinion, is the most effective thing for a warrior in terms of damage. I gain Might, and I actually gain a 5% damage boost while I'm under the effects of Might, which I'm basically going to be 100% of the time having Might, at least one stack. Night Amulets. Toughness is basically what keeps me alive. I don't really need Vitality as long as I have Toughness. I like the power and I like the Precision. Precision basically, let me look at it. I have 46% chance to crit and my crit's 150%. Basically that means my damage does 50% more damage 50% of the time. So I don't really need too much power. I like the Precision. And that's my equipment. Let's take a look at my traits. Alright, let's take a look at my traits. Strength, Defense, Discipline. My dodge do damage, so basically if my enemy is very low on health and I just need that one little extra hit, I basically just dodge roll into him and my dodge is going to finish him off. Restorative Strength, basically I just can't use anything else here that's going to be more effective. So I use Restorative Strength, so when that one time I do pop off my heal, I'll get at least something for it. My burst skills restore and endurance, so basically if I just need a little bit more for that little extra dodge, I'll pop off my burst, get a little bit more endurance, dodge into them, do more damage. Forceful Greatsword. I love the damage increase. Whoa, quit moving mouse. I love the damage increase, but I also like the fact that every time I crit, I'm going to gain Might, and I'll gain another 5% boost to my damage. This is actually very useful other than just the terms of I gain a boost to my damage with my greatsword, and actually my recharge reduced by 20%. So if I ever need that cooldown down now, this is going to give it to me. Also, when my endurance is not full, I gain a damage boost of 10%. So automatically, if I have might and I have not endurance, if my endurance is not full, boom, 15% extra damage on top of that. And I pop off my burst relatively often, very often. So I'm automatically going to be at least averaging another 15% on top of all what I just said. Alright, defense. Thick skin. So basically just gives me a little extra toughness, which, you know, I like. Call of the week. I gain an extra 5% damage boost every time my enemy has weakness. And if they're below 33% health, they're automatically going to be getting it every time I hit them. So basically, I'm just going to be wailing on them as soon as they're low. The adrenal health is basically the reason you're going to be staying alive in any battle. This thing heals for a lot, so make sure you're always having 3 stacks of it. And trust me, your burst is going to be full all the time. So all you got to do is just make sure you hit with either your Icing Slice or your Kill Shot. And if you're fighting a hunter and you really need that adrenal health, just attack his pet. Trust me, you'll need it, and it's very useful. Armored attack. Most people use Endure Pain, but honestly, I just don't see it as useful since you have no idea when it's going to pop. Armored attack gives me about an extra 200 more power. Trust me, that's going to be a lot. You're going to need it. Spiked armor, let me look at that. That's really good. Retaliation, you gain more toughness. I just like spike armor. Spike armor is fun. Cleanse and Ire. So if you're under heavy pressure, under heavy Condi pressure, you popped your Berserker stance, you popped your Healing Signet, but your burst is full, hit something, and boom, three Condis are off of you. So if you have like 25 stacks of bleeding, you're hurting, you're on fire, doesn't matter. Hit something with your burst, boom, they're all gone. You gain adrenal health, you're good to go. Alright, discipline. Versatile rage. I'm gaining adrenaline every time I weapon swap, and in combination with fast hands, I'm doing it every 5 seconds. Oh, and remember about that might? Every time I gain might, I gain 5% boost to my damage. Versatile power. Gain might and a weapon swap. So basically, I'm just going to have might all the time. Just doesn't matter. I'm just going to be getting that extra 5% boost damage all the time. Crack shot. Recharge reduced on rifle skills, very important. If I can pop off my volley 2 seconds earlier, that's going to be a life changer. Brawler's recovery. This is just another way of me keeping safe with the Condis. Every time I switch weapons, I remove another Condi just to be safe on my part. If you don't want to use that, I would suggest Destruction of the Empower. That'll be another way. That'll be just an alternative that I would suggest. Burst Mastery. So I'm doing a little bit more damage with my burst, and I'm going to be gaining adrenaline of its 33% of it back. So if I kill shot with it full, I'm going to gain a bar back. I can Arcing Slice somebody for at least 1 bar already. So I'm basically going to remove 4 Condis if I'm getting heavy Condi pressured. And by that time, I'm probably just going to have full Berserk power. So you know what? That's a great combination. So that is my build, my entire build. If you liked it, try it out, see if you like it. And if you do like it, leave a comment, tell me what you thought about it. And here you go. Here's a nice little montage of what my build can do. Enjoy.
You've taken the mine!